Good morning. Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me at MarketSite is Jim Toes. He's the President and CEO of the Securities Trading Association, and we are here today to preview STA 2018 Shaping the Future. It's a conference taking place October 3rd through the 5th in Washington, D.C., and we are super excited as Trade Talks will be down there covering the conference the 3rd and 4th. Jim, thank you so much for joining us at MarketSite. Great to see you as always. Tell us what we can expect coming out of STA 2018.
Well, listen. First off, on behalf of the STA board, I just want to wish everybody, all the STA members who are observing Yom Kippur today, it was a happy fast. Okay. Listen, this will be our 85th event. This will be our 5th year down in DC. So there will be much of the content will be structured around regulation and the role of legislation that it has on our financial services industry.
What are some of the key issues that we face as an industry in regards to market structure?
Right. So listen. I mean, on regulation, regulation technology have always had an impact on our industry. They always have, and they always will. But I think we all would be hard pressed to find a point in time where both those forces have been as strong as they are today. On the regulatory side, we obviously have legacy regulation from the Dodd-Frank era kind of colliding with the shift that we've seen with the change with the presidency. We also have forces like MiFID II coming in, and then we have some of these microstructure issues around access fee pilot, tick size pilot, market data that will obviously be grabbing a lot of attention down in DC.
All right, and what are some of the panel topics that will be discussed?
The panel topics will be, there'll be a lot on technology as well. Mm-hmm. So I don't think you can go to a conference or pick up a paper without reading something about AI or blockchain. So what are some of those impacts as it pertains to asset management? You know, we have some very good people. Suni Harford was Chief Investment Officer for UBS Asset. We'll be addressing that part. What are some of those impacts as far as regulatory oversight? So FINRA is doing a lot in the AI space. And then obviously how it impacts all types of investors like retail brokerage firms. We're very happy to be having Tim Hockey, who's going to be giving the keynote address, and he's going to be talking about the customer experience and how technology has impacted that, is affecting that. All right,
you're expecting a lot of attendance this year.
We're expecting a lot of attendance this year, right? So historically, like I mentioned, this is like our 5th year that we've had it in DC, mm-hmm. and most conferences tend to be in resort type settings, so there are no palm trees in Washington, DC. There are cherry blossoms, so we'll take them. Our attendance is kind of on pace to be in that 650, 700 range. But I think where we get the most, where we're most proud about is the number of firms who attend, mm-hmm. right? So we will have close to 250 firms who are attending. So that kind of gives you an idea of the breadth and the diversity of the organization and the industry itself. The fact that we have broker-dealers of every size, customers, retail brokerage and asset managers, vendors and exchanges, mm-hmm. regulatory agencies, lawyers and consultants, all in one room, talking about the same issues and how they impact their individual business models.
All right, well, we're excited to see you down there in a couple of weeks. Thanks so much for joining me at MarketSite, and thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.